Hello and welcome to this quick tip which is entitled, Who Cares About Smile Sheets? This is the first in a series based on Chapter 20 of the ASTD Handbook of Measuring and Evaluating Training. I'm Wendy Kirkpatrick and I'm here with my husband and business partner Jim to talk about this important topic. So Jim, let's talk about this a little bit. Who does care about smile sheets and the data that's in them, and what advice might you have as to how to make the data that's collected in training more valuable?
Thanks, Wendy. Always good to do these with you. We enjoy them. Hopefully you guys do as well. There's lots of innovations going on in the world of training and learning and development. Unfortunately, it seems like evaluation lags behind. There's such a strong lobby, Wendy, for what you were talking about, that some of the smile sheet kind of things. We can also look at people recording, number of participants, the number of new courses, knowledge test data. While all those things may be meaningful to us and help us improve programs, they really aren't very strong when it comes to demonstrating value to our business partners. So we really need to go beyond what tradition and what the world says is meaningful data.
Jim, I completely agree with what you're saying. It's really unfortunate that this kind of data is what is being presented to senior leaders in organizations all around the world, because the message that we're hearing is that leadership is not impressed with this kind of data. What's a little bit ironic, though, is sometimes this is what senior leadership is asking for. And personally, I attribute this to the fact that in some cases, they've already written off training as just not even being able to deliver any kind of training value. So they think, well, what kind of data can we get? Well, I guess we'll at least track how many courses and how many learning hours are actually happening. So, Jim, I really think it is important for us as training professionals to take this head on and think about what is important data that we can gather. What kind of value are we delivering to our organization? And what are some practical ways that our listeners can gather and demonstrate value and show that to their key stakeholders?
Wendy, you ask a lot of important questions there, and obviously that's why this is a series and not one quick tip, because we can't give a quick tip to cover all those things. But I would like to say a few things about what you're mentioning. First of all, it's important to carefully consider and ask the right kind of questions to make sure you get more meaningful, actionable data. Examples at level 1 and 2 would be, are participants actively involved in their learning? Is the training relevant to on-the-job application? Are training grads clear about what's expected of them back on the job? To what degree are they confident they can apply what they've learned, and what kind of additional help and resources will they need? We need to be asking these kind of questions that give us actionable intelligence, a term we borrowed from the CIA, rather than just the typical data that we talked about before. In the chapter 20 that we wrote, Wendy, that you mentioned before, we mentioned that results go beyond training. It's our job to gather data and information to answer specific questions regarding to the value of learning and performance solutions, not just delivering training. We strongly recommend that you guys move your thinking from how did we do to so what does this data tell us, and then ultimately what can we do to maximize performance and results. That is really the chain that needs to happen. The title of this, of course, is talking about smile sheets, and those are important, but we need to move beyond the smile sheets and ask the question, so what, and then now what, in order to make sure that we are leveraging training to maximize performance and results.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you'll stay with us for the rest of the series. If you're not already registered with Kirkpatrick Partners, simply go to kirkpatrickpartners.com and click on the register link on the homepage. That will deliver a new quick tip to your inbox Wednesday of each week. We hope to see you back, and thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.